Hello everyone, this is Sonia Parenti and this week on location in Italy, my bella Italia. Today we're going to explore natural leather and its impact on the environment. I was personally shocked when I recently saw footage on the disposal of unused leather hides. Many are simply dumped into landfill sites. I'm curious to know if my findings have surprised you too. Remember to press the subscribe button and share this video to help us keep the channel alive for more debate, discussion, and investigative work. Leather is one of the most ancient material used by humans. Leather is one of man's earliest and most useful discoveries. Our ancestors used leather to protect themselves from the elements. Primitive men hunted wild animals for food, then made clothing, footwear, and tents from the hides. Men were tanners before they were farmers. Wall paintings and artifacts in Egyptian tombs dating back 5000 BC indicate that leather was used for sandal, clothes, buckets, bottles, and military equipment. The ancient Greeks are credited with developing tanning formulas using certain tree barks and leaves soaked in water to preserve the leather. This was the first record of vegetable tanned leather. Romans as well made extensive use of leather. Documentation found in Japan dating back to Neolithic times describes the use of smoke to tan skins and hides. The famous Japan leather, a flexible, strong, and pale leather, was used to create samurai armors. There are two main leather tanning techniques in use today. There is what's called vegetable tanning as well as chrome tanning. The first attempts to prevent skins from rotting using smoke, fat, and other substances were soon improved by the invention of a more complex tanning process called vegetable tanning. This is a process which still today is renowned as the most traditional, natural method of transforming animal skins into leather. The tanning agents used are found in organic materials extracted from chestnut, mimosa trees, logs, fruits, leaves, and roots. It takes about 6 weeks to complete the vegetable tanning process. Chrome tanned leather is pretty much everything vegetable tanned leather is not. It uses the mineral chromium that is a heavy metal and as such is quite toxic to the environment, as well as to the people processing it. It can be completed much quicker than vegetable tanning, typically in a matter of days. Because of these differences, chrome tanned leather is cheaper than vegetable tanned leather. In our world of fast fashion and cost focus, it comes as no surprise that chrome tanned leather accounts for approximately 90% of all the leather on the market. There are different types of chrome tanned leathers on the market, good and bad. European tanneries need to follow strict European rules related to the disposal of dirty waters and chemicals that are used during the tanning process. They also need traceability of where the hides come from in order to ensure they're not buying hides linked to the deforestation of the Amazon forest. Chrome tanned leather is cheaper and faster to produce. The colors stay constant longer. Vegetable tanned leather has the longevity and beauty only a handmade product can sustain. Another difference between vegetable tanned leather and chrome tanned leather is the stiffness and thickness of the leather. Chrome tanned leather can be very pliable, so it adapts to most designs. It can also be a little more water resistant. Today, consumers are eating more beef than ever, to the extent that leather, a byproduct of the meat industry, is piling up as an unwanted commodity. Environmentally conscious shoppers who previously shopped for leather goods, bags, shoes, etc., are instead often tempted by synthetic alternatives. An excess of cow hides has caused prices to drop, making many worth almost nothing. Ironically, as the consumption of meat has grown around the globe, there has been a decline in the use of leather, including shoes, clothing, car seats, furnishing, etc. Some hides, as we have seen at the beginning of the video, are being thrown away into landfill sites. Another point identified by NGOs as the major problem is the connection between cattle ranching and deforestation. Clearing of the Amazon for cattle ranching is contributing to climate change. We have all seen the disturbing images of the Amazon burning to clear space for livestock. As this is a topic of focus in fashion today, please let me know your opinion in the comments below. If you found this information interesting, go ahead and like or dislike below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share this video so we can increase transparency to the fashion industry. Natural leather is not all bad. In Europe, there are strict ecological regulations. 99% of the hides and skins processed by European tanneries derive from animals that have been raised primarily for wool or meat production. Raw hides and skins are therefore byproducts that are recovered and transformed. Finished leather represents a natural alternative to oil-based products that are used for the same purposes. In the last 50 years, European tanners have made successful steps forward, reducing their negative environmental impacts. Today's modern tanneries consume less water, less energy, and have significantly reduced the use of dangerous chemicals. Almost 95% of the water used by European tanneries is discharged and sent for purification. In developing countries where environmental legislation is either lacking or poorly enforced, often untreated liquid waste, potentially mixed with chromium, lead, arsenic, and acids, can flow directly into the local waterways and enter food chains, negatively impacting the environment and humans' health. Rules and regulations adopted by European tanners for environmental protection impact their prices, especially when compared against non-European tanneries in developing countries. This unbalanced playing field provides cost advantages to non-European tanneries who follow less sustainable industrial practices. There's also a worrying trend towards transferring the more polluting phases of the tanning process to areas where rules and regulations are less strict and labor costs are lower. As discussed in my prior videos, the environment ultimately pays the price. As I mentioned in my prior episode on vegan leather, petrochemical-based synthetics have similar sustainability issues found in plastic production, potentially even worse. Every time you wash synthetic garments, plastic microfibers flow down the drain, contributing to the pollution of the world's rivers and oceans. While leather is a natural material that does not pollute in the same way, it's a byproduct of cattle farming. We know that cattle farming, where not properly regulated, negatively impacts our environment in many ways. Deforestation, methane emission, waste disposal, these are all challenges that cattle farmers face. Despite the above, hides disposed of in landfill sites is a waste with negative environmental impact on its own. Exporting and processing hides in countries with less strict environmental rules and regulations cannot be the right answer. It only shifts pollution from one country to another. In conclusion, again, it is not all black and white. I hope you enjoyed watching and gained new insights from this latest episode in my sustainability series. Thanks for contributing with your comments. This is all for today. Have a great day and arrivederci from Italy.